Hi Carla, Shaina here. So I was reading your email, very interesting. I think you have wanted to know about your future partner, and there are some questions about this person. Okay, I have read the mail and let's get into the reading. I'm going to shuffle. On camera because that way we know exactly what spirit wants to tell us. So let's see. All right, let's start. So your first question is, what type of action from your future partner's side will make me so insecure or triggered while we are friends? Okay, let's see. We have the Hermit. I hope you can see. Yeah. We have the Hermit, we have Two of Cups, Knight of Swords, the Fool, and Ten of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, we have Nine of Swords. All right, let me see. What is it that he's going to do that is going to make you withdraw? Exchanging gifts for the oracle and clean it up. All right. So, first thing that I'd like to tell you is that this guy, whoever is going to be your partner, this one is a soulmate. All right, with the Two of Cups here. For me, Two of Cups is an indicator of soulmates or twin flames. All right. So I'm seeing that, this is a true counterpart. All right. Now, I feel the action that he's going to do that might make you withdraw, there are two things. All right. The first thing that I'm seeing is him, being withdrawn himself. All right. It's almost like this person has some sort of baggage from the past which you have sort of like picked up on as well. I think he's going to initially hide something from you about his past. All right, he might not open up about it, he might be withdrawn about it, or might not tell you about it, and then he might just take a leap of faith and tell you all of a sudden, and you would not know how to react about that. All right, so I don't know what is the situation that would it's possible that you might ask this person, why is it that he withheld this information? I mean, he could have told you when you guys met, right? So I feel that, there might be some sort of thing that he might not have told you initially when you guys started connecting with each other. And then he would just take a leap of faith and, tell you about whatever happened in the past. All right, so I think that is something that might make you go into this Nine of Swords energy of like overthinking and over analyzing. Why didn't he tell me? Why? What is it? Okay, now the second thing that I'm seeing here with the Knight of Swords is that he might act a bit irritating or a little irritated you know when you ask him something, maybe about this past situation. All right. So I feel that it's possible that, you might not like the way he communicates it. All right. I don't know why. I'm getting something like these cards, these three cards that you see right now here, the Fool, the Ten of Pentacles, the Two of Cups, and exchanging gifts. This is an entirely different part of the reading. The problem areas is these four cards: the Hermit, the Knight of Swords, and the Nine of Swords, with the Clean It Up. Okay, so let me clarify a little more. Queen of Cups, Four of Pentacles, and Queen of Swords. Yeah. So I'm pretty much seeing the same thing. I think that, he might, with the Four of Pentacles, I feel he might withhold information from you. That is what I'm seeing as, the main thing here, right? He might withhold information from the past, or not tell you the full story about what happened to him in the past relationship, or something from the past. This guy is holding on to something from the past, I feel, which is what is going to trigger you into becoming, the Queen of Swords from the Queen of Cups. Like in the Queen of Cups, you are, really sweet and loving and giving, and suddenly you turn into Queen of Swords, right? And get into this Nine of Swords energy, which is anxiety. All right. And these are the two main cards that I'm feeling, three main cards rather. I'm feeling that he might withhold it from you for some time, information about his past. And it's not necessary it's about a relationship. It could be about anything that, would have been important information for you to know. I think this guy might withhold that and then suddenly come out and, tell you about it. And you're going to be a little shaken about that, why didn't he tell me this? And what are his intentions? What are his intentions about withholding this kind of information from me? Right? This is the energy of an over analysis, right? You thinking, nights. Why did he tell me this? Why did he tell me that? Why didn't he tell me this? Right? And I also feel the way he says it might be because, Knight of Swords is someone with a little bit of harsh communication. All right. So I feel he might tell it to you in a certain way, and, you might not like that. I feel this guy also, something about this person's personality to me seems like he's going to have periods of quiet. He's not going to share too much information till the time he's ready to take this leap of faith. All right. So this person has, he does not tell everyone, his, at least his partner, he doesn't tell the partner his intentions until he is ready to do that. He withholds things. And when he tells you, it comes as a kind of shock. So I'm seeing that is what is going to make you think twice about this connection, or maybe even want to take a break from it because you feel that, he might not have been totally honest with you. But I do feel that it's going to be a true connection with the Fool, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Two of Cups. You are asked to take a leap of faith here instead of overanalyzing. With this person, you are asked to take a leap of faith because this is a true connection which will end in marriage. All right. So this is what I see for your first question. Now let's go to your second question. So I think I covered that. What type of action from his side will make me insecure or triggered while we are friends? I told you that. The second one says, why I will decide to stop the contact with him, answering him at that time. I did tell you the reason why, I think he's going to tell you something. But let's just look a little bit deeper into that. Okay. I'm pretty much getting the same cards. Yeah, it's the same card. It's the same answer. Basically, the bottom of the deck we have the Hermit. So yeah, this is some information that he would be withholding from you. Okay, so I need you to concentrate on this. This is some information he would have withheld from you regarding his past, either his relationship or something about his background, something about himself, which he's going to suddenly come out and tell you. Okay, because till the time you're friends, he's still thinking whether he should say it or not, and I don't know what that information is. Let me see. What is that information that is going to upset you? Let's see. Seven of Wands, Nine of Pentacles, and Justice. Okay, and bottom of the deck we have Five of Swords. I feel it might be about a previous relationship, or I sense it might be about a previous marriage. All right, it's possible he might not have told you that he was married or something like that, or even that this yeah, that's what I'm getting actually, because this is Justice, which indicates some legality. This to me seems more like a a woman, like a person, and I sense that this is about, maybe this person might have been married, or he might not have told you about something like a divorce or something that might have happened in this marriage. I think that's what he might be withholding, and you might not like that, because these are like really big things. You don't hide those things from someone you are serious about, and I think that would be something that would actually be something you don't like, I feel. Yeah, because I'm seeing Five of Swords here. So yes, this is about maybe his previous marriage, which he might not tell you about. Okay, because I'm seeing him in this Hermit energy, which is that of keeping secrets, being withdrawn, not revealing everything. But I don't know, I mean, I feel it's going to be fine. You might withdraw initially, but at the bottom of the deck again we have the Star here. So it after some time, this is going to awaken again with the Ace of Wands. All right, so it's a minor thing. I think this guy is, like I said, in the previous question, this guy is someone who doesn't open up so soon. Okay, and maybe when he does, it's a little he doesn't think and just sort of says stuff. That's the type of person he is. Not a bad person, just not very good at communication is what I'm sensing. All right, let me just see what he's like. What is he like? Why would he hide this? Peace. Okay, what else? Why would he hide this from her? What is he like? Higher power. What is this guy like? What's he like? Tribe. Yeah, so what I'm getting is, this guy, his personality type is more like, going with the flow. He wants to be accepted by society, by people. He likes to sort of leave things to fate and destiny and God, and he just wants peace at all costs. Okay, this guy doesn't like to sort of have conflicts, and he just I'm seeing that he's someone who really really craves acceptance in his life. All right, and that's probably the reason why he wouldn't tell you initially about all of this stuff, because he doesn't want to start off on a bad note. So that's what I'm seeing as something that would make you withdraw initially. So I hope that answers that question. Let's go to the next. So question 3 is, how is he going to feel about me during the time we are not contacting each other, when I decide to stop answering him? Okay, let's see. Eight of Cups. Oh, I don't think. I'm sorry, I'm laughing because I think he's like, gonna be so sad. These are memories. Yeah, he's going to feel really, really sad about it. He might feel that you've walked away from him or something. With the Five of Cups and the Eight of Cups, I sense that, he might feel that you've rejected him, walked away from him. He might be, having memories of the time you spent together. I'm seeing 10 of Wands as well, a feeling of being burdened, about, I mean, not, I don't know, I just sense that he's going to be feeling very emotionally burdened, all right, sad, emotionally burdened. The Sun, okay, he might have periods of going out with friends to sort of release him from all of this heavy energy. He might maybe spend time with kids or friends or something like that. But again, we have 10 of Swords. It's like this guy, he's going to have like a period of time where he's going to be continuously feeling really, really sad when you withdraw from him. Okay, then he's going to go into the state of remembering things about how things used to be between both of you, and then he would once again go back into some sort of depression sort of energy, right? And then once again try to get himself out, but once again back again. But then finally, I think in about depending on the time, I think at the end of that time of withdrawal, I think he's going to become more stable with the Emperor here. And I sense he might even become a little egoistic. It's going to hurt his ego when you withdraw from him. He's obviously going to be hurt, but I think at the end of this whole process, this guy is going to be like, I'm not going to contact her. That kind of a feeling. I'm seeing stubbornness here, all right? And then there might be this Chariot. With this Chariot card, I feel he might have these thoughts of wanting to connect with you, reconnect with you, but he keeps going back and forth because he's in his ego that you were the one who withdrew from him. And this guy at the bottom of the deck, I'm seeing that he might indulge himself during this time. It's possible that he might go for excess drinking or whatever. I mean, it could be excess sleeping also, or drinking or eating, something to escape the heaviness of all of this when you withdraw from him, right? Let's see in this as well. How is he going to feel when you withdraw? The Fates, the Tribe, what else? Yeah, you know what he's going to be feeling? That he keeps going round and round in patterns, where the girl leaves him because, like it's just his fate. This guy is going to get stuck. He's going to get stuck in his head, as to why is it that this happens to him? Why is it that people in romantic relationships don't accept him? So I think this guy is going to not be feeling good at all. So, I think I'll leave it to you when it happens, but I would suggest not to prolong the gap, because this is not a bad guy. He just wants people to accept him, and that's fine, right? All of us want that somewhere, at some level. So yeah, that's what I'm seeing for your third question. Then, how is he going to realize that he feels more strongly about me in the romantic sense than everyone else in his options? I heard that he will have, or has, I don't know, they said that he will be really popular with females. How will he realize that you are the one? Let's see. Eight of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, Eight of Swords. We have two number eights here. King of Swords and Knight of Wands with the Six of Pentacles at the bottom. All right, let me see from the Oracle as well. Yeah, go the distance, message in a bottle, time to go, and unfinished symphony. Yeah, so what I'm getting, it's like you guys would be like midway in the relationship, and then he gives you this communication, and then you withdraw from him. I mean, he tells you this piece of information that I was talking about his past. I think once he tells you that, you would like, you would withdraw from him, and then he would start missing you, he would miss, first of all, the first thing that is going to make him realize, I'm seeing with the Eight of Wands and the message in the bottle, your communication. He loves communicating with you. He would love communicating with you, because I sense that you guys communicate on everything, like you advise him on his work, on his personal life, on everything, and this is not a guy who talks too much to people, as I told you before, right? But now he starts talking to you, opening up to you, because he's coming up as the King of Swords and the King of Pentacles. So this is not a guy who talks to people easily. All right, and when he does, he starts getting, like really attached, really invested in the relationship, right? So I feel that, he is going to start missing the communication badly, all right, because it kind of puts him in balance, right? I mean, it's like this is a guy who's all in his head all the time, right? He's very much of a workaholic. He doesn't talk much. He doesn't share much. And then you come along and, make this a sort of habit for him, to sort of be, he starts becoming, dependent on you to some extent. So I sense he's going to miss the communication when you have gone, or when you have withdrawn from him. All right. And the second thing that I'm seeing here, okay, is that this person, he wants to finish this unfinished symphony by going the distance. This guy would have come to the conclusion, or would be wanting from this relationship. I sense he is a person who would want to have a long-term partnership, with the go the distance card and the fact that he's had pretty rough weather in terms of his love life in the past. This is a person who wants to get married or settle down, and then when this doesn't happen, he's just going to feel that he misses you, like you are the person he wants to finish this symphony with. You are the person he wants to go the distance with. So I sense that, this guy, when you withdraw from him, is when he's going to realize actually that he misses the communication, that he wants a long-term union with you. And the third thing that I'm seeing here is the attraction and the passion. With the Knight of Wands and the Yang card at the bottom of the deck, this is pure attraction. Like, I don't think, even if he had women around him, even if he was popular, the highest rate of attraction is with you. That's what I'm seeing, right? And that is what is going to distinguish that you are the one for him. Okay, so these are the reasons that I am seeing for him to realize that, you are the one. It will definitely take, I think, you going away from him for some time for this guy to realize that he really misses you and that you are the one he wants to have a future with. I think that is what is going to make him realize that. Okay, so let's go to the next question. How is it going to be like the moment that we confess or one of us our feelings for each other? Okay. Okay, let's see. I like this question. Nice and romantic. Oh, okay. Do you see that? Lovers. Wow. Oh, I just love this. Okay. All right. Okay, so it's definitely going to be him who's going to confess the feelings first, I feel. Okay, and bottom of the deck we have Knight of Wands. Let's see what our Oracle is saying. Why? Unfinished Symphony, Fork in the Road, and Treasure Island. Yeah. So I feel that this guy is going to, like, he's going to wait. I sense there is a waiting period of at least maybe 6 to 7 months before, you guys getting to know each other, you pulling away, then coming back. And all of these things I sense is going to take 6 to 7 months. So he's not going to confess immediately. All right. He is going to be taking breaks maybe in between, waiting and all of that stuff. All right. Now, I feel he's going to confess to you, like, obviously, I mean, please take the situation as it resonates. It's not necessary that the setting is exactly what I'm seeing, okay? But he is the one who's proposing first, I sense. Because I'm seeing something like a rooftop restaurant or a coffee shop or some place that you guys go for dinner or lunch or something, or coffee. I'm seeing that, he is going to confess there. I'm seeing with the Magician card and the Knight of Wands that, he has decided. He has thought about it, with this why Unfinished Symphony and this Fork in the Road card. This guy would have thought about it a lot before coming up to you and, like proposing or confessing his feelings. He would think about it, right? With the why card here, it's like him questioning, why should I do this? What's in it for me? All of those things, all right? With the Fork in the Road, I'm seeing, this is a decision point where he would need to decide that, is this the person I want or not? All right. So there is going to be a decision making time when he comes to, maybe 4 months down the line in your connection, maybe he will come to this decision. All right. And I'm seeing 4 of Swords here as well. So something to do with month 4 maybe. Okay, and then, he has had past failures in relationships. So he doesn't want an unfinished relationship here. I think what is going to answer his question mostly, when he asks whether he should be with you or not, is that he doesn't want to lose this connection. He doesn't want this symphony to end. I sense that you guys, I've got the Two of Cups for you, I've got the Lovers card for you. This is a soul connection, and he feels it. I'm sensing he feels it, and that's what's going to seal the deal. And he's going to come to this bright idea that he's going to confess his feelings with the Treasure Island. All right, and it's the number 9, which is the card of action, Mars energy. So he is definitely, and also, Treasure Island and King of Wands, these are both fire energies, the energies of taking action, right? So he is going to be very charged up, he's going to be very excited that day, very confident when he's telling you about his feelings, and very passionate, I'm sensing. Very passionate about you, full of love, and it's almost like, I don't know, when I see this eternity symbol here, I'm seeing like this eternity symbol here, and this means that you guys, and then you see this angel here as well. It's like it's the universe bringing both of you together. It's not, yes, he's the one who's going to confess his feelings, but this is something divinely guided, I sense, okay? Because the angel is getting these two people together, and there is this eternity symbol here. So, it's going to be very beautiful that day, I'm sensing, with the Treasure Island and the Lovers and the King of Wands and the Magician. I think it's going to be a magical, I think it's going to be evening, but I'm not really sure. It could be noon also, but it's going to be a very magical time for you. It's something that you would remember for a long time to come. There's going to be this burst of happiness, this feeling of being unlimited, as though you're in touch with the universe. You would be feeling a lot of passion for him. You would be feeling very confident about yourself as well. I think that, the day you guys confess your feelings, yeah, at the bottom of the deck, I have happy. I mean, talk about synchronicities here. Wow, it's going to be one of the happiest moments of your life, I sense, because this is your divine counterpart. With the Lovers card here, this is not going to be just like a fly-by-night relationship. This is definitely going to be something which is lasting, which the divine has planned for both of you, and which is going to be a treasure, that you are going to, be with, be thankful, be grateful for. All right, he is going to be very passionate as well as confident. And I don't know, like, I just keep going back to these two cards, right? Treasure Island and happy. It's 8 and 9, so it's like a progression, right? It's like you just stumbled across treasure, is how you would be feeling. Happy, like your feet wouldn't be on the ground, celebrating. I don't know. It's going to be great. I sense it's probably going to be like I said, at lunch or dinner or something like that. And it's just going to be like, I sense it might come as a surprise, because this is what I'm seeing, like this person and you have been going around and like talking to each other. It's all very relaxed, and he has these phases where he's going to be back and forth about this connection. But finally I'm seeing that this guy decides, with the Magician card, he decides that he has to take things in his own hands, and he becomes this magician, this King of Wands, and he does this is an explosion of love. I'm literally seeing this as an explosion of love, right? And then happiness. Like, what else do you need in a reading? Literally, okay, I'm loving this. I'm just simply loving this. So this is going to be a very beautiful moment as well as time. I don't exactly see like, you know, a ring or something, but this is confession of feelings. It's like him confessing first, and then you confessing to him as well, and him feeling really happy about it, and you guys having such a beautiful time after that, you know, feeling as though you both have found a treasure amidst the sea. I'm seeing with this turtle card also that this is going to be a slow progression. Like I did say, you know, after meeting, you guys are going to get to know each other, and then you are going to, connect in a relationship. So this is pretty incredible, actually. I think your questions are over, but I just want to, like, you know, ask the oracle for any guidance about this connection, just to end. Yeah. All right. With these three cards, what I'm seeing is that you, I think, what they're telling you in terms of relationships, the guidance here seems to be that you have a bit of a tendency, I think, you know, to feel insecure. I think you had mentioned that in the email also, but with this orphan card, that's something I'm seeing once again. There is a feeling of maybe, because of past relationships, I sense that, you know, there might be a feeling of rejection, abandonment issues is what I'm hearing, right? Rejection, abandonment, being left by people. And I think that kind of is like a defense mechanism for you, I feel. And they're asking you to relax on that, or work on that, or walk away from that, right? Because it's over now. It's over. It's something that was a part of your experience. You need to accept that, you know, and you need to walk away from this feeling of insecurity. All right. And I'm sensing healing with this. Okay. Maybe your heart chakra needs healing, because this is also a number 6. So, yeah, your heart chakra needs healing. You need to probably open that up. In whichever way you want to do it. But the main thing I'm seeing is in relationships, they're asking you to be receptive with yin, you know, instead of feeling orphaned and just prematurely walking away from relationships. They are saying to heal yourself and be more receptive, because this is negative energy. All right, this is something that is not going to serve you in the future. You might just walk away for no rhyme or reason, right? They want you to get out of this and get into this beautiful yin energy. All right, I'm going to read a bit on this as well, because this is a beautiful message, and I feel it's a little important in this case, because you did mention to me that you have a bit of a, you know, tendency to pull back. So let's see. So it says, this is a time of calculated receptivity as you gracefully await what is coming to you, ready to accept it when it appears. Yin does not involve frozen dreams or even resting, but rather consciously allowing things to flow to you, poised to receive the bounty that will be made available to you. It implies sensitivity as you alertly study the actions of others and contemplate how they will affect you and yours. Remember, you must make space for miracles to appear. Be the shaped, not the shaper, and you will see how quickly your dreams manifest. relationship message. Let others take the lead right now. Your power lies in small gestures, soft awareness, and conscious surrender. By yielding the reins, you will find yourself effortlessly moving closer to what you truly desire. Permit others to tell you who they are and who they can be to you by allowing their actions to speak about them. You will be pleasantly surprised. And then we have a protection message also, which I want to read out. It says, do you have trouble receiving? You stop the flow of abundance when you continually insist upon being the giver. You can't always lead, always give, always teach. You must be the student, the open vessel, and the one who receives the gift, gesture, or offer in equal measure. Open up and let love, life, abundance, and spirit fill you without demand or expectation. Just receive the bounty that is yours. Yeah. So there is a feeling of maybe you feeling not worthy enough with this orphan card because you've had some issues in the past. I feel there might be a core part of you that feels like you have been abandoned or orphaned or not worthy. They are asking you to heal and come into this energy of accepting yourself, all right, of loving yourself, because it starts with you, right? You attract the perfect partner only when you love yourself. So yeah, there is some healing that is required. There is more acceptance of you that is needed. But otherwise, I think things are going to be pretty good. And this is what I see for you. I hope the reading resonated. Please let me know. I would love to have feedback. All right. Bye bye.